Jackie Strack, COO of D-Kode Tech, and I'm here again with Daniel Kodam, our CEO, to give you part two of how to get the most out of your marketing.
Hello, everyone.
So Daniel, I'd like to ask you, how can a marketing agency stay up to date with the latest trends in marketing?
Well, there's a couple ways that I think are integral. One is to make sure you're subscribing to some of the more profound blogs and newsletters that talk about what the latest trends are and what the latest techniques are. And that's not just, obviously, you should get the updates from the big wigs like the Googles, the SEMrushes, the HubSpots, but there are some other organizations such as the American Marketing Association who have their own set of newsletters that would be helpful. And those, some of them come out monthly, some are weekly, but perusing those and making sure you're aware of the latest and greatest is important. But beyond that, I think it's important to be doing regular CEUs, continuing education. It's not enough to just simply read about it, but also be collaborative. I know we are part of other mastermind groups with other marketers who we collaborate with and exchange ideas of what's going on. If you're with a marketing company that has a very, what I call silo mindset, where they believe they're the only game in town, you're missing out, because marketing is not one dimensional, it's multidimensional. And honestly, the best thing is make sure your marketing agency has and continues to maintain their certification for digital marketing.
Good stuff. The next thing I want to talk about is back to the client side a little bit. What are some things that a client can do in order to get the most out of their marketing when they're working with somebody?
I could probably spend 2 hours talking about this. I'm going to narrow it down to two big things. One is being engaged, and two is to make sure you know what you're expecting and that matches what you're doing. So let me explain that. Some people, what they do with their marketing, they hand a company, an agency money and say, I want you to market for us. They don't give the company any feedback. They don't tell them what's going on. If they have a special, they do it internally, or they go do another piece of marketing with another company. And now they're putting a little bit of money here for marketing, a little bit of money there. There's no cohesive plan. The problem with that is that the company doesn't necessarily understand or know what's going on in the business because there's no regular communication. So being engaged with the agency and making sure there's regular communication is essential. The other thing is making sure you know what your end goal is, because I think I mentioned this in prior videos. It's, if your end goal is to generate leads and you're coming off, you just had this whole workshop on social media. Social media for most businesses is brand awareness. It is not going to, in and of itself, generate leads. So if you're directing things and without it understanding that it's going to accomplish the goal you want, then your expectations are going to be all out of whack. So the best way I tell people is work collaboratively with your agency. Make sure, one, the agency is educated, and then work collaboratively to make sure your knowledge base about your business and your expectations communicate with the agency, and the marketing strategy the agency is developing for you matches that, so you can understand and see the results you want, and everything works hand in hand.
That makes perfect sense. Well, I'm glad we had a chance to talk about this, and looking forward to the next time.
Sounds good. Anyone have any questions, reach out.